Hi, everybody. Claudia here from Hugo Coffee Roasters. As you know, we are a coffee company that supports animal rescues across the country, and we do so by throwing fundraisers every week for a specific rescue or sanctuary around the country. And today, and we have it's a week-long online fundraiser. We donate $2.50 for every item sold on the website during the course of the week. And today, we are with the lovely Kelly from Carolina Animal Network. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you? How are
Good.
you faring?
We're doing good on the East Coast of North Carolina. We were very blessed to not have the same kind of damage that the West Coast has. There's been a lot of efforts to help them, thankfully.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
very devastating for the West Coast, that's for sure, and other states as well. I know got hit.
sure. But I'm so happy that you guys were spared. I'm
Yes,
so I'm so I'm devastated about the others, but I'm happy that you guys were spared because we were really worried about you.
yes, we're here. We're gonna keep going.
All right. So now, Kelly, tell me about Carolina Animal Network. Like, where are you located? What is your geographic reach? Are you foster based? Do you have a brick and mortar adoption center? That kind of thing.
We do not have a building. We are foster based in the East Coast of North Carolina. A lot of our foster homes are within a 2-3 hour radius in the Raleigh area. That's what most people recognize the name Raleigh on the East Coast. I
Mm-hmm.
myself am in Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
In Rocky Mount is where we pull some of our animals from the city shelter.
Mm-hmm.
We have about 30-40 foster homes on the East Coast where we take in animals from the shelter and try to find them their forever homes.
That's awesome. Now, when you say that, is it just the Rocky Mount shelter, or do you pull from other shelters as well?
We have a few that we pull from pretty regularly.
Mhm.
If we are blessed enough to have a foster that will speak up for an animal in another area, we will definitely help. They do need to be within a certain radius of us to attend adoption events and to go to one
Mm.
of our vets. We pull from the Rocky Mount Shelter, which is Nash and Edgecombe County. We pull from Cumberland County, which is not too far from here in Fayetteville, and Northampton County, a little bit north of on the East Coast.
Mhm.
Those are the three main ones that we pull from.
And are you dog only?
We do dogs and cats.
Okay.
A lot of our cats are in Rocky Mount, where I'm from, because our networker for the cat side is in Rocky Mount as well.
Mhm.
And she saves all the cats out of that shelter weekly.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So how big is, I know, right, like currently you said you have about 40 fosters. How big is that the foster network, the entirety of the foster network, or do you have others?
It is. That's pretty much our max.
So about how many animals do you think find like their forever homes on a monthly or yearly basis from Carolina Animal Network?
Yearly, somewhere between 1 and 200 animals. That's dogs and cats.
Mm-hmm. That's wonderful.
Adoptions
And
have slowed down a little bit, but they're still kind of steady, so that we're lucky.
that's awesome. Do you do you spay, neuter, and vaccinate
We do.
all all of the rescued animals, right?
Yes, they all have to be spayed and neutered and vaccinated before they leave.
Do you do any kind of temperament assessment?
Um, Usually, it's a case by case circumstance. Once we get the dog, you never really know what you're getting from a shelter. We're normally
Right.
very blessed to have like the happiest dogs ever. But
Mm-hmm.
we have some sometimes that come into the rescue that we recognize need more work. And we
Mm-hmm.
have one or two facilities that we use and we'll do board and train to kind
Mm-hmm.
of get them a little bit of whatever they may need, manners, temperament training,
Sure.
even leash training sometimes. It's
Sure.
amazing what comes out of the shelters.
Oh, yeah. It's yeah. I know. Okay. So tell me a little bit about. Are you breed specific, or is it just dogs and cats, generally speaking?
Dogs and cats, generally speaking, whoever needs help, whoever our fosters will step up for.
Mm-hmm.
We love the pitties, and we know that there's a lot of rescues who don't. Um, but we do get a interesting mix. Right now, we have some husky shepherd mixes. They seem to be the new hot ticket around town. They're filling up our shelters.
Because that's a combination of two breeds that can be challenging.
Yes, they have a lot of energy. They need a lot more
Socialization.
Yeah.
Right. And they're also very chatty.
Yeah. There's a husky that came out of the Rocky Mountain shelter a month ago. She's gorgeous, and she loves to talk at every adoption event because we won't let her just have free range and play. She just wants to play.
Yeah, that's adorable. That's great. Now, how long have you guys been around?
Carolina Animal Network has been in existence since the end of 2021. Not too long. We have a few years under our belt. I wasn't part of the group when it first originated, other than I did a few transports from the Rocky Mountain shelter for them, whether it be to a foster home or what have you. And then I became more involved with them not too long after they started. They really wanted to be more of a resource at first. And they had a decent foster network, and it just kind of turned into what it turned into.
And who started it?
There were two ladies who started Carolina Animal Network, Wendy Newcomb, Wendy May, and Dawn McGlowan. Unfortunately, Dawn isn't as involved anymore, and we miss her a lot, which is why I stepped into Carolina Animal Network more and tried to help in the Rocky Mountain community because Dawn was a very big helper in our community. Wendy is great. She's in Selma.
Okay.
She is the director now.
Okay. Now, do you do any educational outreach?
Not a whole lot. We have some resources for spay and neuter that we try to offer to people. And other than that, really all we have been doing is pulling dogs from shelters and trying to find them homes, and cats.
Yeah. That's the Lord's work, Kelly.
Yeah.
We can only do what we can do, but we can just try as hard as we can because you can't save them all.
Unfortunately not, but we'll try.
All right. So now let's talk about the fundraiser. So, like I said, the fundraiser began Monday morning and it ends Sunday at midnight. We donate $2.50 for every single item sold. So if your fan base does not drink coffee, not to worry. We got lots of swag, lots of opportunities for purchases, and it's for every item, not every order. So that's good. And then we have a special, which is our Betty's Brew. And that is a breakfast blend. It's a medium roast. And we donate $5 per bag of that sold because we did that in honor of Betty White when she passed because she was such a huge animal lover. So we have 3.5 more days to go for us to get the word out with your fan base and our fan base to get people to buy coffee and buy swag so we can write you a big old check on Monday or Venmo you, however you'd like. And what we'd like to know is, like, for example, what kind of impact like a $300 donation would have.
Well, this year's been really tough for us as well as a lot of rescues. $300 keeps us afloat, honestly. Rescues aren't here for profit, and for the most part, they're losing money these days. But $300 will definitely make sure it goes a long way.
Yeah, probably would help with feeding and spaying and neutering and that kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Spay and neuters have skyrocketed in prices lately. So,
yeah, that's a drag. That's a drag. All right. So now, Kelly, we got to get the word out. We got 3.5 more days. So we're going to keep posting. You keep posting because we want to write you a big check on Monday if we can, so that we can help the dogs and cats in your Carolina Animal Network.
Yes, that'd be great.
All right. Well, Kelly, thank you so much for your time. Fingers crossed that we do a great job. And Beth will reach out to you on Monday. And I hope I'm writing you a big check on Monday.
Awesome. Thank you, Claudia. We hope so too.
Yeah. You take care. Have a good weekend, and prayers for everybody suffering in North Carolina.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye.